Oh, I promise right now this episode will not nearly be as long as last year's episode, which was 40 minutes, but it's the rewind. But me. Basically, I'm just going to review, kind of go over like the videos we made this year, some of the thought processes, and then what we plan to do next year with your help even. Because I say that off the ending of, we just finished our last Thankmas stream of the year. The time that you're seeing this video, it is New Year's Eve, about to be New Year's. Happy New Year. And we raised the most money we've ever raised in a single campaign of $420. Funny meme number, but also that is legitimately what we did. And it was fun. It was great. And it was a collective effort. But I'm sitting here and the feeling I could describe is like, I guess the closest to being like a proud parent or something, because I'm pretty proud of what we've been able to do for a couple years now. I started doing charity streams, you know, back in the middle of 2020. I've done 5 now, and we'll do 6 when probably Thankmas comes back next December, so you can start saving money now. It'll be all good. There's a part of me that was sitting there, a part of me, not a lot of me, but a part of me that was sitting there and thinking about like, I wish I was in that position where I could just go around to people's streams and just dump money on their goal. Maybe not the entire goal, but I wish I was in a more of a position where I could have done that. And so I know what I need to do to be able to be in that position by this time next year. And we'll talk about that later. But first, we'll just go over the beginning part, which is just the rewinding our own YouTube year. We started off with the, oh yeah, the Why Are We Naked and Capson's hometown and GTA Online, which we'll get into the fact that they announced GTA 6 and some plans because of that. But yeah, that's how we started the year. We were doing because back in the ending of 2022, we were still doing like the first part of the drug wars and Los Santos and stuff. And this was like part 2, where I hadn't finished my missions, and some other people hadn't finished theirs. And in terms of Capson's hometown, it's because we went to the camp. There's like I forget the specific name up there, but they don't like to wear clothes in the single player. They wear clothes in the online mode, but they don't like to wear clothes in the single player. That's why Capson made the joke. To be fair, I didn't make that joke. She made it herself, so it's all fair. And then what I started to do is I had a different strategy going into this year. One is I wanted to start off actually making multiple videos in January and starting off, because January 2022, we only made like a few videos and I didn't like it. It didn't sit well with me. So this year I wanted to attack 2023 a bit more hard. Some of that actually just strictly included just making short videos. Like I made a short 25-second video, trying to get the watch time up on a specific video, experimenting with how to get watch time up so that when we do like a 20-minute video here, but then we do like a 25-second video here, just looking how that goes, experimenting with thumbnails. I made the thumbnail for this video yellow. It's the one where me and Steam are playing GTA. We come out the little tunnel, and there's a gang there. Steam picks a fight with them, and we get into it. But I made the thumbnail yellow, just to see how that worked out. I mean, it did do better than usual. More Final Fantasy stuff, because Final Fantasy is the easiest game that we play as a group to get super backlogged, because a lot can happen when I try and chop it up in certain ways. So like one session of playing Final Fantasy 14 with the squad could be like a good 4 episodes off of that, but it also means it's going to be a while before some of those come out, which is part of why I don't play it as often as I probably could. I do enjoy the game actually quite a bit, and I do want to play more of it, to be fair. It's just that I got to try and trim through like the backlog before I play again, depending on how much we do. Because like, for example, by the time you're seeing this video, I still haven't gotten through the Alexander raids, but we finished the Alexander raids already. I'm past those with the squad. You'll see those videos soon. So it's I guess like reluctance isn't so much a dislike for the game. I actually like playing it, but it takes that's the one series it takes quite a long time for me to get through. But it's fun. I enjoy it. We got another short video. This one, what was this one? The Bruv Mobile, when I got blown up when I was hanging with mechanics in GTA. And then I made the thumbnail red, but if you look closely, you can kind of see it's Lucy holding the gun. So I said this thumbnail isn't red. I just named the video that, almost 70 views. So I started January experimenting like that. And I said I was gonna make this video 40 minutes long, so we're just gonna keep going through a bit quicker. But some of the strategies I even start off the year with, I'm still enabling and employing. And some of that is just thumbnail, experimentation. I always am usually experimenting, but this video, for example, I didn't make a thumbnail at all. This video is I made the thumbnail and then I put it in half. I made one half black and white and one half left it in color. This one, which was the last time we played Poppy Playtime, as a matter of fact, or Project Playtime, my bad. Yeah, when Lucy was playing as, I quoted something that Lucy said as Mommy Longlegs, or Lucy Longlegs, as she called herself. And then I also got to play as Boxy Boo at one point. So I just quoted what we both said and made the thumbnail look like it was a Discord conversation between the monster characters, and then put that in there. And 126 views. Like, so there's different results. I've done different things here and there, but one thing I also tried to do a bit more often was bring back single player. I like the stuff with friends. The stuff with friends is not going anywhere. But I've also realized I've fallen off on my single player stuff because my single player stuff wasn't ever godlike to begin with. So my practice for it fell off. So we started the first Garten a Ban, because the first chapter at least was free, so that was nice. I experimented with something new in this one too. So what I've been doing in some of the videos, if they sound different to you, is because what I'd be doing is I'll finish the video, and this works even in Movie Maker. So this works in just about any movie making software you have. I trim it down, I make the video how I want it, and then I'll save it. And then I have the audio converter, so I can convert files on my computer to like take the audio or stuff like that. I'll go into Audacity, and then I'll like buff up parts of the audio that were too quiet, or maybe like I'll increase the bass overall by a certain amount. Things like to amplify certain parts, trim certain parts. In terms of like, don't actually trim anything out the clip, or else it won't sync back up. Then though, when it's done and you've actually edited the audio, so it's a lot better in some cases, because sometimes people are talking, it's very quiet, so maybe I'm fine, but they're not. So I'll go in, leave me alone, and then go in and buff them up. Go back in, it'll line up perfectly because you didn't trim anything, and then you just mute the video and just have it emphasize the audio that you've now edited. Because if you leave the audio for the video on, it's going to sound more robotic because there's like two audio tracks going. And then that's how I've been doing it a lot for the Final Fantasy videos, especially because Final Fantasy videos I tend to not put music in because Final Fantasy comes with music, so it's actually great. But I started that way back in Garten a Ban, way back in February. I've been doing that ever since sometimes, even some of the TTT videos I've done it for. But I also brought back skits. I did YouTube Alter Egos Be Like, where I talked about, it's funny because when you look at things like Darkiplier or Antiseptic, some other people's alternate characters, a lot of those started as both a joke and like a simple concept, someone's, inner thoughts, or someone's, this or that, or I made the joke in there, someone's sleep paralysis demon. I technically started something on there too that I've been trying to start for a while, but at the same time, that was part of that video, and it was fun because I used to do skits too, and it comes in the whole package of the friend videos are not going anywhere. But a lot of those only go so far because they're kind of made for us and the people that are in the video. Sometimes some TTT ones break a couple hundred, but most of the time it's kind of contained because it's only for us, and that's fine, right? But there's a part of me that's like, if there was ever a time I was going to push YouTube, it's now. Not later, not years from now. If I was going to really push it and see like how far I can get before I have to make a different decision or whatever, it's now. So that's kind of what I've been doing throughout the year. I finally did the second episode for Friday Night Funkin' like a year late because I was trying forever to make the rap at the beginning and I couldn't get the lyrics right that I wanted, and then do the music video for that, which was really fun. But that's a lot of what the early stuff was. Oh, speaking of Danganronpa, because we just, at the time of recording this, we just did the finale for V3 with Table. Finally, he got through the end of V3. Me and Suki did some voices, and he started the Ultimate Summer Camp, which I have actually not started. But it's basically an expanded version of the game board, and this was the last time we did it on the anniversary, the 2-year anniversary of the debt being gone, and stuff like that. So sometimes some of the thumbnails or titles and stuff, I think it's why some people don't even ask anymore. Like they used to maybe ask like Gam ... and the thumbnail. They don't really ask anymore because I think a lot of y'all understand we're experimenting. We're still experimenting. We're still figuring out what does and doesn't work. Some things work more than others. Like the last New Year's, I broke that up into 3 episodes, and episode 1 broke 100, episode 2 didn't break 50, and then episode 3, which is right here, broke 500. The pole dance video, which is probably one of my most successful Final Fantasy 14 videos, which is, it makes sense. Even short stuff, Mondays Be Like. This obviously got hit with copyright because I used a copyright song, but oh well, it still did almost, 300. Just doing things like that, and that's the mindset behind why I was making some of these. I even started a new series, which was what I call the Game Master Challenges, where I take things, it could be a game I've already played, it could be a game I've never played before, and I try and complete a challenge in a certain window or certain parameters as a one-time standalone thing. So even though it's going to be a series of, videos eventually, each individual one, it's not gonna be like a multi-part thing, so I don't have to worry about making a part 2, part 3, part 4. I can put it all into a one-part thing, and then just see how we go from there. I did start doing single-player stuff, though, a lot more, right? We played The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, for example, which was the Sega April Fool's game, where it actually has a decent plot, and as usual with the Sonic game, pretty good music. But that's been a thing that, would happen, and it would just continue on like this for quite a bit of time. So sometimes the titles and stuff would be a little sensationalized, I'll be honest, like, do not trust this creator, and it's pointing at me. Now, if you know who I am, you know it's pointing at me, but if that thumbnail pops up to someone who's never seen me, that might be a bit of a sensationalized topic. I know it's more than the numbers, but at the same time, it's something I gotta think about, the analytics of it, if I wanna see how far we can get. sometimes. And for friend stuff, it doesn't have to be pushed that hard, right? Like a lot of this is friend stuff, Final Fantasy, GTA, VR chat, foolishness. But at the same time, if I'm doing something solo, why not? Why not see where we can go? So I'm just letting you know in 2024, you're going to see some wild thumbnails. You're going to see some wild titles. And this is the explanation for it. I'm not saying that to say you have to like it too. It's not like one of you can't be like, you know, I understand what you're doing, but I don't think showing butt cheeks was the play. And then I'm probably going to be like, you know what, you're right. You're right. And then it also enables me sometimes to feel more creative and do this. This video is only 33 seconds. It took me like a long time to actually make that. But I'm very proud with how it turned out. It's essentially stop motion sketch where I had to recreate several people's just Discord stuff, you know, as is, and then do the words by words, find the prompt, the text, the positioning, especially. So every time someone's sentence came in, it looked like it was even. It was fun. It took like 1 second. Hold on. Yeah, it took 85. It took 85 different slides going over and over like this to be able to pull that off. It was fun. Jumped on some memes here and there just to see what would happen when the GTA 5 radio blesses you. There's a lot of videos about that song. And that one's actually revenue sharing, so it's a bit more fine. But even this, right? This one right here, right? The Kurumi picture. I know Gamma knows probably more than anybody else, but like, first of all, not only is YouTube okay with that because it's really showing nothing. I got that from a YouTube video, so it's something that's on YouTube. But even the video next to it, where it's like the Mercenaries DLC, I said it was the best DLC ever. And back here, I was starting to put like, you know, like quick 15, maybe 30-second at most intros. So if you clicked on a video and you had no idea who I was or who we were, I'd give you some rundown about what you're about to see to try and keep you hooked on the video for longer than 10 seconds. This one was fun. We got VR this year. And spoiler alert, you haven't seen it yet, but I've actually recorded 2 videos in VR. One is on the League channel already, actually. It's the last video that's going to be on the League channel. The other is going to be New Year's. So I'm going to fire it up. We're going to go into New Year's. We're going to see if it works, see what I can get, see what I can capture. And that will be the first video on the channel that will be in VR, will be, you know, New Year's. And so that's going to be actually pretty fun. We have the FNAF movie theory, even though the second trailer dropped immediately when I was finishing that video, so it ruined everything. We brought back some single player stuff. Single player stuff came back late June, early July. The Grimace Shake, y'all remember that? Oh yeah, Locked in Sewers. I played a FNAF game, a fan game, but it was still, you know, it still counts. We're working there bit by bit. And then one decision I made was to start making a lot of shorter videos. Overwatch videos tend to be like 5 minutes max, and it tends to work a lot better because Overwatch videos will then do hundreds of views because I do that. For some reason, episode 3 of the Beginner's Guide to League of Legends has passed like 4,000 views, and it just keeps going, and I'm not happy about that, if I'm going to be honest. Of all the series that I've made and stuff that I've done, I know I like having a video be like a constant workhorse, like the No Straight Road series used to be, but like League, of course, because I hate it. Oh yeah, the Mountain Dew video. We did 3 Mountain Dew games, because on September 5th, 2 years ago in 2021, Graphic made a prediction that Mountain Dew would, you know, go out of business on September 5th of this year. And as someone who just drank a Major Melon Mountain Dew right here, I can confirm that didn't quite happen. But it was a fun excuse to find some Mountain Dew games to try and play on like itch.io and stuff. Another year of Capstan being imprisoned, apparently. Brat Bingo, which, spoiler alert, I didn't get bingo once. That's the surprise to no one except Seeker's Remorse. They're the only fools that believe that. So that's on them. And let's see. Oh yeah, Holocure. We ran that back after I couldn't do that last year. And that's some of the idea behind some of these. Even this one. Like, I know a lot of you aren't NFL people. I get that. But even this is like, this was a situation, and I'm going to bring this up a little bit more later, but it's like, there's an opportunity to make a video here. I can script a video. I can work on a video. I can get a video out. I can turn it around really quick. The problem, though, however, is should I? And the answer is yes. I somehow related the Chiefs and Taylor Swift to League of Legends and Final Fantasy 14. If you haven't seen the video, which was it was a bit of a jump to do so, and that's the point of the video. It's supposed to be wild, but sometimes what stopped me from certain projects and finishing them is because I keep putting them on the back burner for various reasons. Sometimes it's just wanting to be a perfectionist. Other times it's just thinking about, you know, or having to do other things that get in the way. And for once, I wanted to start getting back into this thing that I used to do of, okay, let's just get something out. Because the thing that's going to start eating you up on a lot of things is eventually like a pileup of things that just are not coming out that you wanted to do. Because even if it's valid excuses, something still happened that stopped you. And so all of a sudden you have this backlog and list of things that it just feels bad to even look at because it's things you even still want to do. But it's just like, some of them are time sensitive. So they're kind of dead ideas now. And that happens. And so that one, I was like, no, let me just drop everything and we just get this out. And that's something I'm going to start doing in 2024 as well, too. Oh yeah, we did Left 4 Dead, which was really fun because then the squad wanted to assemble to play Left 4 Dead multiplayer, which is somewhere in here too. We hit the goal, so when I got VR, I said get Gramps and Lucy to 50 followers on Twitch so that they could get affiliate. They were both there, and so they can start their journey to affiliate then, which is great. I did a rap for Mitchie's birthday. So for most people's birthday, at least that I've said when their birthday is, I've at least for 1 year, not every single year necessarily, but for 1 year, I've done a video on their birthday that's a bit more about them, or at least near their birthday, right? Sometimes it's just we played a game together, kind of a situation. Other times it's something like this, where I know Mitchie, that's one of the things he likes to do is rap. I can't rap as well as Mitchie can, but I can put together an original song for his birthday just for 1 year, sure. So I did. That's why he made the song Traitor on his channel recently. It was funny. It's like, no, this is literally your birthday gift. He's like, cool, I'm making a rap back. I'm like, that's not, it's just like Steam. If I make art for Steam's birthday, he's gonna draw art back. I'm like, Steam, no, this is a birthday present. It's not how it works, but you know, that's the kind of people I know. And then also I just want to do more spooky games going into October. That started way back in 2019. 2019, I played the first Bendy and the Ink Machine, and I was going to play FNAF. It didn't quite work out with the FNAF. I was technically supposed to play that like 4 years ago. But every time we hit October, I want to at least get like one spooky game in. So we even got like some Dark Deception up in there. And then back to more backlog stuff. Trying to get Mitchie in trouble, more VR chat. My most popular Final Fantasy XIV videos back to back, which was just being Capstan being abandoned and alone, which is kind of sad. And then we're heading to this in the year here, where we had Thankmas, where I copied Jack's basically title and stuff, made a skit, and then went into like the whole how to make a campaign process, like I do every year. This time though it blew up quite big, and then a lot of things we did were Thankmas related stuff. So like another Game Master challenge with no deaths, talking this 3-hour video. I talk about each and every one of you at least once in this 3-hour video, but you can also listen to it in the background. You don't have to actually watch it. And then a lot of this was Thankmas stuff related stuff, some TTT stuff, some more Overwatch stuff, sure. But then we get to where we are now, which is the Thankmas Merry Christmas video, where it was like the stream live go live day for 10 hours. I did another skit that has to do with Kratos and, you know, just being in the north. And yeah, that's really it for our rewind, if you will. What I'm gonna do to wrap the video up is just to talk about some future plans though, because one of the things I want to do is I want to connect with people more often. I'm realizing how little there's some people that I actually talk to. I talk to them often if we're in the same call together, but I'm thinking about like outside of that, there's some people on like multiple platforms I'm not even friends with yet. And it's not that you have to be friends with somebody on these platforms. There's some people in VR chat that I didn't friend for a long time, not even on a purpose thing, like, I don't really know about you. Everybody else, sure, but not you. It was more like because we knew the same exact group of people, we'd just end up in the same instance anywhere. So there's no point, right? Part of making or friending people is to be able to then go to that person. But if you're just going to see them anyways, it was like, okay, whatever. But then there's some people I realize, like, if I get busy, I'm not going to see them at all because I'm not going to get in calls in time. By the time I get in the call, like they're gone already or something like that. So I do want to try and connect with people more often. That doesn't mean like spam them every day with DMs. It just means like maybe make a bit more of an effort sometimes when I notice it's been maybe even a couple days and we really haven't said anything to each other. Maybe send a message, say a hi or something to some people, just to quell the abandonment stuff a bit, because that's part of why it cropped up, is because some people, it might be a minute before I have actually talked to them for a while, and that's why it's like passing like ships in the night constantly, and that can feel kind of bad a little bit when I look back on opening up someone's messages and we haven't messaged since like February, and part of that is just because of that passing and not, you know, connecting at all. Especially in a digital world where connecting is not that difficult if you're online, at least. I talked to YouTube because I was kind of curious about doing like a GTA 5 playthrough once they announced GTA 6, because we hadn't done one on the channel. And they were kind of like this. Two things. One, so when you go to monetize a video and there's language in it, if it's like light enough, you can still fully monetize a video. And for most of GTA, it's light enough, especially since I don't curse, I can monetize the videos. Trevor makes it a little difficult. Trevor uses a few words that, there's 3 categories I mentioned, right? There's a first category, which is, yeah, there's cursing and stuff, but it's all right by most advertisers, because that's how it works, is based off advertisers. There's a second one where it's going to be limited because some advertisers don't like how much maybe is being said and stuff. And then there's a third category of the words like you don't say. It's the words you don't say in the Discord chat. I know there's a lot of those, you know, jokes about the Discord group chat being leaked, but these are words you don't even say in there, basically. It's just you just get really cursed. Trevor says, well, he says one of those words. Now, funny enough, Americans don't really care about that word as much as people think Americans care about that word, but YouTube advertisers do. Even YouTube doesn't, but advertisers do. So I have two options. One, I just demonetize videos that probably have Trevor in it, like manually, or I just cut around when he says stuff like that, which is probably what I'm going to do. So we're probably going to get a GTA 5 story mode playthrough at some point in 2024. That'll be fun. And just more playthroughs, period. I'm going to find games that I've been kind of wanting to play for a while anyways and just start making playthroughs and trying to keep the backlog down so I can constantly have enough space to just do both. And that'll be fun to do because a lot of the people that I know stream, and a lot of them stream like single player stuff, and they have fun moments and stuff too. And I've always been the YouTuber, so I need to get back on doing that more than anything else. I probably will stream a little bit more often though, because like Worms seems to be a fun thing to do as a community. So we'll probably see some more of those. I'm not going to make a guarantee because to conclude the video, schedules has been something that's eaten me up. I hate making schedules. I hate trying to keep to a specific schedule because then I grow to loathe that schedule. It's why Let's Talk Jinx is kind of a sore spot sometimes, because all of a sudden it'd be like, it's Tuesday night, about to be Wednesday, and if I don't have an idea, I'm like, well, I gotta do something, so I guess I'll just figure something out, and it just gets kind of annoying. So some of the videos have always felt a little lackluster because I wasn't really into them. So if I start getting too hard of a schedule on certain things, I'm not going to like it. And I imagine that might be the case for you too. So that's just my little bit of advice for that one. But as we go into the new year, Happy New Year. This video, I didn't mean for it to be long, but it's long. So here we go. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have a good year. Thank you for being around for this year. And let's see how far we can get in 2024. We're going to push some things. We're going to see how certain things go. Some things are going to get a little wild. I'm going to be honest. Some things that might make you go, Gam ... in 2024. I'm going to probably do that on purpose even, but we'll see how it goes together. And any goals you got, let me know, and then maybe I could do something to support you too, if it's within my power. But that's gonna be all from this video from me. Thank you so much for watching this video. I don't know which video will be next. We're just gonna have to wait and see. So till this time, take care and enjoy pizza responsibly. Thank you for watching, and see you in 2024. Bye bye.